Hello, thank you everyone for joining us today with the KidsTechWorld interview series. I am joined by Jakub Klementewicz, a young software developer from Poland who developed a tool, a very interesting tool called OhMyHomework, which is supposed to help parents and kids have successful and smooth access to education in these challenging times. Jakub,
Hello, everyone.
welcome. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good and ready for our interview. I'm so happy you've invited me to show my app to your readers, and I'm so happy I can do this.
So tell me a bit about yourself, Jakub. How did you manage to become the person you are today?
I've been learning coding since I was 10. It's a very hard path because I've been learning everything on my own from the books and the internet. I have never taken part in any course or any online course, so I can say I've learned everything on my own. And at this place, I can say that everything is possible, and you can even become a programmer thanks to internet and thanks to the books.
Very interesting. Yeah. So, being a self-learner for so long, what is the most important thing you learned in your life?
I think it's the programming. Before I learned programming, I was just a kid who was playing games, and I can say I was addicted to playing video games. I spent a lot of time on video games, and it was sometimes it was even 8 or 9 hours. I was playing Minecraft, Battlefield, Need for Speed, Call of Duty. But then there was a moment when I thought it's not that important. I want to do something in my life. I want to be a programmer that can create games, create apps, and that was the moment when I decided to start learning C++. That's the most popular language in programming, and since then my life has changed totally. As I said, I spent 10 years to learn coding and to be in this place where I am now. And then I think programming give me so many tools, give me so many opportunities to change my life, to create what I can, to create what I to create what I do, and to help other people. Thanks to OhMyHomework, I can help kids and parents around the whole world. And I think programming can have changed my life, but I also can change the life of others.
Very interesting. And speaking of kids, here's an interesting question. If you were to go back in time and talk to, let's say, a 18-year-old self, or let's put it this way, 16 and 18-year-old, if there is a difference, if not, whatever you find better, what would you tell that past version of yourself?
I think there would be one sentence: never give up, and everything is possible.
Very inspiring. Very interesting. Sounds amazing. And speaking of giving up, did you ever have moments when you wanted to give up?
There was a lot of moments when I thought I should give up, but I've never done it. I think giving up is something like saying I can't do this. But as I said, everything is possible, and I know it just takes time. It just takes time to build an app. It just takes time to figure it out. What's the problem? Where is the error? Where is the bug? And I always been thinking that sometimes it takes just 1 hour, sometimes it takes just one day, and sometimes it takes just 1 month, but it's only a matter of a time.
Indeed, it is. Time is our most precious currency that we have right now. So now let's talk a bit about this most recent. Is it the most recent app you're developing, or are you working on something else as well?
I was working on the video games, but video games were just directed only to the kids. But I also wanted to help the older persons, like parents or grandparents, who helps teenagers or kids with their homework. And now I'm focused only on my app, OhMyHomework.
Okay, Perfect. So tell us a bit about it. Well, let me start with a more question for the background. Which person or who in your life gave you the most amount of support during development of OhMyHomework?
There are three persons: my mother, my grandmother, and my grandfather. They're always with me when I'm getting achievements, when I have a success, and they also there when I'm failing.
Very important to have support in all of these
I always have
situations.
support from my mother, my grandfather, and my grandfather. They always support me, no matter what I'm doing.
Jakub, tell me, which were the main obstacles in your path towards developing OhMyHomework?
Coding is very hard, but creating an app is just a matter of the time. I think the most hard thing in this way is marketing. When I created the app, it has 0 downloads. Yeah, I've got to tell people, hey, there is an app like OhMyHomework. It can do your math, your physics, your chemistry, your English. It can help you. Hey, just try it out, download it. But it's very hard to find that people on Facebook, on Instagram, on Reddit, on TikTok. It's very hard to tell people that they should use my app before they download it. People has so many apps on the Google Play or App Store, and saying my app is just a little bit better than others is very, very hard.
Indeed. And just to make a note to all the people who will be watching this, I discovered your app on Reddit, and that's how we first got in touch. So yeah, marketing and social media is extremely important nowadays. Yeah. And also, thank you for getting in touch with us.
Thank you so much for searching on Reddit.
It's a pleasure, honestly, Jakub. I was really happy when I stumbled upon it because here at KidsTechWorld, KidsTechWorld and you, we share quite a similar point of view on helping parents and teachers give the best education to their kids with various technology tools. So yeah,
that's fantastic. That's fantastic things. You're promoting technology.
Yeah, we're promoting healthy conversations on technology because, of course, there are many ways technology can be used. Yeah. So tell me a bit more detail about OhMyHomework. You mentioned you learn how to code in C, and you've started learning programming and development by yourself in the beginning. So tell me more about your previous experience that helped you develop the idea for OhMyHomework.
So at the very beginning, I was learning C++. C++ is used to create an apps and programs only on the PC using libraries, and I was building simple programs like calculators or databases on my computer. But probably in 2013 or 14, I noticed that smartphones and like iPhones and Android are becoming very, very popular and more popular. And then I decided to create mobile apps. At this moment, I was learning Java. And I used Java to create my first mobile app on the Android, and it was called Physiculator. It's a connection of word physics and calculator in the Polish language, and I can say it's father of OhMyHomework because this app was used to solve some formulas in physics, and it has a fraction calculator in it. And thanks to this, I get a new experience to create more complicated and more advanced app and video games. I was also creating video games on a PC like Vox Galaxy or Rocky Planet. Everyone can find this game on Steam. And I was also creating video games for mobiles on my Google Play Store. But in 2016, I started to create an app called Pomocniczek. That's all my homework in the Polish language. And since 2016, I'm developing this app. This app has had 4 biggest updates, and the last one is that's changing the name from Pomocniczek in Polish language to All My Homework. It's just All My Homework in Polish and English language. And now, and since 2016, I'm developing this app. I'm adding new materials every single day, and updates regularly takes 2 or 3 weeks. Probably in the next week, I'm going to update the app with new material for physics. So I'm focusing on it. I'm also studying. I'm at the 3rd year of college. So it takes time to create new update because I've got a life, learning, school, and coding, but I'm doing it every single day, and I'm adding new materials every single day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. Tell us a bit about the technology behind OhMyHomework. What kind of language, what modules, whatever software elements there are in there.
And now all my homework is built thanks to Flutter that's being developed by Google, and I'm using Dart. That's the language I'm using to create this app. The rest of the things is just knowledge that's everywhere. Yeah, math, physics, chemistry, and English. I used special AI that I designed it on my own to solve everything step by step. When we input something to the app, the equation or the quadratic function, the app builds builds some kind of a way to solving this for the better solution. It means that the app finds out a few ways and decide what the ways should be used to show it as simple as it is. So when you input even very complicated equation or just a calculation, the app will do it step by step to show you how simple it is to solve it.
It's amazing. That reminds me also a bit of Wolfram Alpha. They have a similar service where they provide step-by-step solutions, although Wolfram Alpha is an academic level.
Wolfram Alpha also use step-by-step system, but Wolfram Alpha doesn't comment everything on every step. Wolfram Alpha shows everything step by step, but all my homework, my homework, I also used comments to say, hey, there is an addition. Hey, there you should multiply those numbers. There is a formula for solving this. So even a kid in the 2nd or 3rd grade can easily read it and notice, oh, hey, that should be doing this way.
Amazing. Yeah.
And it has also a user-friendly UI. In Wolfram Alpha, you're using signs and numbers, and in my app, you just click fraction roots or anything else. Yeah, you're using buttons to navigate and to input the numbers.
Yeah, it's so much more user-friendly, simpler to use, and all you need is your smartphone.
And it's also fully free. It's fully
free. And free, of course. Yeah. Now, in your profile, you mentioned that you like to support parents and kids to reach healthy and adequate education. So let's start with parents. What encouragements would you give parents to help to enhance their children's education?
First of all my homework, because it can really help them when they learn kids and when they try to help them with their homework. But I also would like to mention that some parents are afraid of technology, afraid of computers, and some parents get angry when their kids playing video games. I can say honestly, I was addicted to playing video games when I was younger. As I said, I've been spending sometimes even 10 hours when I just only had the time. And it doesn't mean when your kid or your kids are playing Minecraft or video games, that they are wasting their time. I also been learning English thanks to video games, and sometimes video games is just very good for creative, for creation. Kids can learn from video games, and parents should control what their kids are doing in the internet, what they are playing. But if your kid do very well in school, he did their homework, let them play in video games. That's their free time, and they should find out what's good for them. Maybe they will be playing video games for 2 years, but then they decide, hey, I will be a programmer, in one moment, and that changed their life. I think the most important thing in the life of every teenager, of every kid, is freedom. People should decide what they love, what they think, what they do. And I think the most important thing is freedom.
Freedom. Amazing. And similar question to teachers. What would you recommend to teachers? What comments do you have towards them to help their pupils in school?
I think the teachers shouldn't be afraid of technology too. We live in the world that changes every day, and teachers should understand that every single kid have a personal way of development. Everyone is different, and everyone needs focusing on what they love. There are some good mathematicians, there are some good physicians, and we should know that everyone is a special person. Everyone is different, and teacher can't say that the person that's not good at school isn't a good person. Sometimes someone that's not good at school, who has problem with math, with chemistry, with English, with their own language, isn't a bad person, because he can be a very good painter, he can be a very good musician. Everyone has own talents, and we should develop them. I was never good in any kind of sport. I can't play football, I can't climb on the trees, but it doesn't matter. I'm not a good person. We shouldn't. I think we shouldn't say that someone isn't good at something. It's just not for him. He has not be a good mathematician, but he will be a perfect musician.
There was a saying, or I forgot who said this, something about taking a fish out of water and judging it by how well it can climb a tree.
Yeah, that was what Einstein said.
Einstein, exactly. Yeah, it's the similar comparison here. Yeah, that's a good point. And now, of course, we have to come to this. What would be your best tips or comments for kids when it comes to them enhancing their education and adopting technology?
I think adopting technology is very important to show kids that the world changes every day, and technology can be used to support education, not only for showing step-by-step system or saying that the world changes and technology is around us, but technology, based on OhMyHomework experience, technology can be a teacher, because thanks to the technology and the tools that are around on Google Play, on App Store, or on any store on the internet, kids have opportunities to find their personal teachers. I mean, the apps. Sometimes, especially nowadays, while e-learning at schools, when schools are closed, kids need much more help than before. When parents are at work, kids sometimes have a really big problem with solving some task in their homework. So they have mobile apps that can help them. So using and adopting technology to learning is very important to prepare kids to work without teachers and without parents. We should learn kids how to use mobile apps, what they should know about using the apps, and we should show them as many apps as it is possible to learn, because sitting on a lesson or an e-lesson might be boring, but using app, clicking may encourage kids to use this and to learn new things.
Interacting with it, keeping them engaged, yeah, in various ways that teachers may not have the same capabilities to do.
Yeah, and this gives them new opportunities to learn new things that can use in their life.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jakub, for your insights. And do you have any closing remarks or any messages that in the end you want to share to everyone who will be listening to this?
I think there will be two things which I said. One of them is everything is possible and you should never give up. And the second is a freedom of choices, because everyone is different and everyone should find their own way.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jakub, for your time. Everyone, thank you for joining us in this interview. All the information that Jakub has been talking about, all the links will be present down below, where you can explore the app yourself and all the other pieces of work that Jakub has been developing in the past. And also we can explore our KidsTechWorld blog and other content that we have further down.
And if I can, I would like to say that if everyone has any question to me or would like to ask for something about the app or my person or anything else, or how to learn kid programming, you can easily contact me by the fan page on Facebook, OhMyHomework. So you can find there a button, send message, and as fast as it is possible, I will reply to any message I receive.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jakub.
Thank you so much.